Prolonged QT is a heart condition where the patient's heart will either beat at an abnormally rapid pace or an abnormally slow pace. So with long QT, or also known as prolonged QT, this condition causes the person's heart to take too long to recharge. It will take so long that the person can either go into a fainting spell or go into a seizure. So with that, this condition is often misdiagnosed as either epilepsy or sleep apnea due to the symptoms that are exhibited. Some of the symptoms include fainting spells or syncope, seizures, and in worst cases, sudden death due to cardiac arrest. So the main cause of this condition is genetic mutation. For example, my dad had a genetic mutation and passed this heart condition down to me. So I personally have long QT. It is proven though that in some cases long QT is caused by either certain medications or chemicals. So some treatments, it's super important that this gets treated once you are diagnosed with it. So some treatments include beta blockers or medications that the doctor has to prescribe. And in worst cases, surgery, and you will get a pacemaker or defibrillator or both. Just if you keep passing out in your sleep, that's not good. So you will get a dual chamber ICD or pacemaker. And it's also essential that you watch medication restrictions because there are certain medications that can worsen this condition. So you are diagnosed through an electrocardiogram, also known as an ECG. So an ECG is a quick scan of your heart using electrodes, and it will just get like a brief snap of it, but it will be able to tell you if it's abnormal in what you have. So doctors after an ECG will often send you home with a heart monitor for 1 to 3 months on average. And it's also important that you get genetic testing done to confirm what type of long QT you have, because there are 3 different types and they affect certain channels and things like that, and if you actually do have long QT. So it is becoming fairly common. There's 200,000 cases in the US per year, and it's pretty important that if you do think you have long QT or anything like that, you go in and get an ECG done, because if you don't, then you could go into cardiac arrest.